Look at this Rockets team. As impressive as they are on the offensive end, they do have their weak spots. One big one is rebounding and closing out possessions. They just give up way too many second chance looks.
Ryan Anderson, he's checked in for Houston. Kevin Durant's checked in for the Warriors.
And Harden was the runner-up for the MVP award in 2015, a dynamite player, and continues to excel in all aspects of the game.
Durant for three. He can't get that one to fall. Gordon with the defensive effort. And the rebounding problems of the Rockets, Chris, makes a lot of sense with their lineups. They often will go small at the forward positions for stretches of time.
Well, that's their weakness, and that's the part where they can fall behind with rebounding. A lot of it is that they get out of position too often. Rebounding is one reason why they can falter defensively for long stretches of time.
Harden against Thompson, and a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot two right here. And it goes on Draymond Green. He misses the free throw. And he sinks the second.
Well, the crowning moment for the Rockets' franchise history has to be their back-to-back titles in '94 and '95. Jordan was out of the league, and it was time to shine for Houston. Hakeem Olajuwon led their team to their only 2 titles in franchise history.
And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. It's on Nene. And with the Rockets' pair of titles, what a scrappy group of teams those were. Drexler and Olajuwon were the stars, but everyone could play on their team.
Well, what is really wild about the '95 run is that the Rockets were a 6th seed. That was the lowest seeded team to ever win the NBA Finals.
Looking at who's out there now for the Rockets. Clint Capella, he's checked in for Nene. Reza comes in for Eric Gordon. And Paul subbed in for Brown. Ariza kicks to Anderson, and Anderson slams it in.
Fundamentals, guys, using the one-hand slam.
Well, he makes the basics look pretty exceptional. Outside, Green. Green, the screen. And McGee kicks to Green. Oh, took the contact and tried to throw it down over the top, but instead he'll shoot free throws.
I mean, just the ultimate glue guy. Green's strongest asset may be his ability to contribute across the board. And Draymond Green is such a unique player in every sense of the word. He lines up as a power forward or center most of the time, but is often running the offense. He can act as a point center for his team for long stretches of time.
Key buckets, and we know he delivers down the stretch.
Man, he shines when it matters most. They love getting him the rock in key situations like that.
Durant kicks to McGee. There's Green with the 3. Drills the three-pointer. Green's got 6 points in the quarter.
And they've gotten very aggressive on the offensive glass here in the second half, getting a lot of second chance points.
And with Draymond and his playmaking, a lot of it isn't just his ball handling, Chris. He's one of the best decision makers as well in the NBA.
And his huge assist numbers have proven that. Not just huge for his position, just big in general. Draymond gained the confidence of coaches with his decision making, and they've given him more and more leeway on the court to make plays.
To take the lead. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. That one on Thompson.
Oak's definitely trying to take it to the D in the second half, trying to get to that line. And it became clear early on in that 2015-16 season that the Warriors were going to be special. Everyone knew that they were going to be atop the standings all year, but you had to start viewing them in a historical context shortly into the season. Even with all the talk and the pressure, they still kept their composure to win 73 games.
Timeout call for Rockets.
Start it.
Chris, with the Warriors and all this historical context talk, inevitably they were compared to the team whose record they were chasing, the '96 Bulls.
Well, yeah, I don't get caught up in that argument. It's so hard to compare teams from today to teams that played 2 or 3 decades ago. I had to play against the '96 Bulls, but I tell you what, players were different, the rules were different, the style of game was different. It's really hard to say who would win.
All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, I was able to listen in on what Mike D'Antoni was talking about with his team. He knows his team is struggling tonight from the three-point line, so he told them to go for more quality shots inside. We're shooting way too many threes, he said. No more Hail Marys. Let's get inside to the post. Back to you guys.
Curry can't get it to go.
Well, perhaps he believes that he'll be able to shoot himself out of this slump, but I don't see it. He needs to quit shooting those threes.
Ball against Curry. Ball outside to take the lead. McGee with the block. And here we go with Curry running it up the court. And then Durant with the dunk.
When you need a big bucket, you were looking for Durant every chance you get. He has delivered so many times in that situation.
Here's Capella. It's stolen by Green. Harden against Thompson. Green. He in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Oh, such a great understanding of the game. Draymond recognizes the defense. I mean, he realizes he needs to take that one himself.
Another miss by Houston. Warriors leading by 4. Curry kicks to Thompson. Green, the screen. Back to Curry. Ariza with the rebound.
Hard to tell if he's just lacking energy in the second half, but it does not look like he's himself.
Ball outside, inside, and Anderson slams it in.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand, and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. Curry kicks to Thompson. Back to Curry. Harden against Thompson.
That was massive.
Huge play there. You got to love this game.
Now a timeout called by Golden State. There's 39 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
How many clutch shots have we seen Durant hit? It's countless at this point, and he keeps adding to the total.
And there's a whistle. That's going to go on James Harden. That'll be his second foul of the game.
And really just a great play to sacrifice his body and take the charge.
Curry passes it to Green. Nails the tray.
And he's got the attitude for this kind of pressure. You know, Draymond loves the big moment.
4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. First free throw is good, and that shrinks the margin to just 4. And both free throws good for James Harden.
And now you're in a great position thanks to those clutch free throws. One possession game now.
And so they choose to intentionally foul. .24 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And that's an intentional foul. So the first one drops, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. And so both free throws are good, and it's a 5-point game.
That's a great effort at the line, making it a 2-possession game.
Now a timeout called by Houston. They're down.
Listen, we cannot expect it to come easy at this stage in the game.
Fourth quarter. Paul with the 3. Offensive rebound. Here's Anderson. Money!
And great effort on the boards, and what a mean That was, Gary. You just will not see him ever quit on a play.
That guy is a handful. You've got to have a body on him, Clark, at all times.
And how relentless is this guy? If you're the defense, he's the first one you're looking to block out there.
Timeout called, the Rockets. They're losing by 4. 12 seconds left to play in the final quarter. What do you think, guys?
And a quick bucket and a foul is really the only option at this point.
You're right, Greg, and just as important, they need to talk about who they want to foul. Plenty of things to consider here.
A 3 off the inbound, but they recover it. And here's Harden for 3. Good D by Thompson. So it's a narrow victory for the Warriors, pulling out the W. A truly gutsy performance away from home.
You know.
Thanks very much. Kevin, how did you guys get this win tonight?
Well, we had to get stops. You know, those guys, they got so many options, so many good players, man. We just had to rally around each other and get stops.
Yeah, you guys played your best ball at the end and got the win. Congratulations. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll do it, folks. For Chris Webber, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. See you later.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Thank you, Kevin. Now we move on to our Jordan player of the game, Stephen Curry. I'll tell you what, his season high in points powered everything they did. Clearly, he was the catalyst tonight as they come away with the well-deserved W.
What more can you say about Steph Curry? The man has done it again tonight. He is the most electrifying shooter in the history of the game. I'm going to say it right now. In the history of the game. He is a leader, and his will to win is unparalleled.
At home, Ernie, on the road, Kenny, doesn't matter. This guy is impossible to handle when he gets rolling. Crowd was doing his best to fire this guy up and get him to respond, but nothing worked. He was too much for him. Great night from a great player.
And that'll wrap things up. Thank you.